Racing champion at the JK Tyre, that is 27 years of the FMSCI JK Tyre National Racing Championship 2024. As we're going to be looking around, this is how everything is going to plan out. As the grey cars, along with the yellow cars, the red cars, and the momentum, and then the avalanche car gets ready to line up on the grid. And this is how it's going to play around. 27 years we've been racing champion at the Indian Racing 2024 Festival, which is presented by Kingfisher Strong Power Soda, powered by JK Tyre, performance by Mobile One, broadcast partner Star Sports Select 2. We are also streaming on Fan Code. There is a lot of action on social media. You can also catch this race live on our social media channels as well. We are going live from the Madras International Circuit. And in a couple of moments, we've already hearing the sirens, everyone getting into the positions. This race is going to be a reverse skid. This is very specifically, imagine if you finished the previous race on P1, this time around you're going to be starting on P8. It was an interesting fight with Bala Prasad along with Chetan Surineni taking away a little bit of thunder away from Team Dark Dawn. How is it going to happen this time around? Will there be any kind of comic turns? I can assure you, you will actually bite off the nails out of your bones. Into the commentary box, let's say a big hello to Sohail Chandok. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Solo. Good afternoon to everyone at home that's watching in. It's been an exciting weekend already, and it's expected to continue, of course. We've got the Formula LGBs, which always gives us tremendous entertainment on offer. 24-car grid. You see the last car pretty much heading around the final corner, and that tells you you've got a stacked lineup. It is outstanding to watch. It is where the breeding ground of talent comes in for this entire country, and it's wonderful to see the talent that comes through year on year here. Let's go and meet some of that talent. Xerxes, he's got a few of them standing by.
Amit Kutti at P1 of this FLGB race. Buddy, you had a bit of an up and down going on this season. How do you feel right now holding the pole?
Yeah, yesterday was a bit of a bad day because we had a contact at the end on the final lap. But feeling pretty confident today, and we need to work and try to keep those grey cars, behind.
The FLGB race generally has a lot of action. What's your strategy to stay clear of it and just hold the first position and finish that way?
I think I just need to try and focus on the road up ahead instead of focusing too much at the back. So I just need to make sure my nose is clear, and I think it should be all right.
Okay, best of luck, man.
And Diljit starting second on the grid. Last round looked extremely promising and superb for you. Yesterday was okay, but you're coming up the grid point by point, race by race. How are you looking at this race right now?
Just looking forward to finish on top, just to collect as many points as possible and just secure my championship. Just nothing else in my head, just to collect points and finish the race peacefully.
Thank you and all the best.
Mehul Agarwal starting third in this race on FLGB. Mehul, how's the action going to be for you this time? You're a little behind, but not too far off this time. How do you want to get to the top of the race?
Nothing, get a good start like I did in yesterday's last race. I went from P5 to P2. I'm 2 places closer, so it's probably P1 this time. Hopefully. Let's see. We'll see in the race.
Okay, let's hope for a P1 there. Let's go. Best of luck, Mehul. Over to the race.
It's going to be a very interesting fight, and the word that we often use, where Xerxes uses, and he used the word buddy. It's a more Ahura racing term now, buddy. We always talk about Sarosh and Karun Chandok, buddy. Were they buddies on the track?
Absolutely. I don't think once the helmets are on, any of these guys are buddies. There is the starting grid for you. On that first row, Amit Kutti and Diljit. There's not going to be too much buddiness going on for sure once the green light or the red lights illuminate and go off. Mehul Agarwal on the second row. You've got Bala Prasad and Chetan Surineni charging through from row 4, and those two guys have been two of the quicker ones through the weekend so far, and they're going to be keen to watch as well.
As let's quickly get it on with Bala Prashad starting down at P7. It's going to be Chetan Soraneni who won the race yesterday at P8. Abhinav Reddy will be starting on P9. Nathan McPherson will start on P10. Ashok Lal from Avalanche will start on P11. Dhruv Goswami on P12. Arjun Sham Nair gets to the Madras International Circuit after a while on P13. Priyanka Vijay on P14, the only girl on track. Abhay M will start on P15. Saran Vikram Tamaz on P16. Yash on P17. Gokul Krishna on P18. Neev Datta on P19. And as we get it on, it's Sparsh on P20. Tavish on 21. And Neil Singh Khalsi on 22. Aditya Topo on 23, who had a lot of work on his car. What a time it was yesterday. I was trying to going into the, it was pretty interesting. So well, you walk into the Mikov, you walk into the M Sport pit, and you're seeing somebody working on the radiator. You go to the Ahura, somebody's working on the exhaust. You step into Dark Dawn, they were trying to set the gearing ratio right. There was a lot of work for those tuners and the mechanic from Dark Dawn, Ahura, Avalanche, and everyone involved here.
Yeah, they work tirelessly. Each of these mechanics, I've seen it myself. I mean, my dad used to run the workshop way back as well, for the cars. And we see mechanics on each of these cars go overnight, trying to get every last element in perfect nick as well, because that 1/10, those 2/10s can make such a big difference, as we're not far away from the start of this race. The 30-second board comes up, and always critical to see these cars fly off on that formation lap. When they come back around, it will be a standing start, remember, in the Formula LGB. And that, to me, is such a great sight. I love a good standing start. To me, it's getting off the line. It puts those nerves into one moment. You've got all that adrenaline flowing, and you're trying to get your butterflies flying in formation.
Not to get a controversial here, I'm not a very big fan of rolling starts. I like stand and deliver starts. That's what we like about the LGB Formula 4. Interesting to know. Let's quickly get into the stats a little bit again. After a while, it's been the Ahura Racing that took a race win yesterday. Can Amit Kuti bring in yet another race win for Ahura Racing? Avalanche Racing, at the point of time, it's been a while since Chetesh Maduri brought in the crown of the LGB champion. Dark Dawn is in a hurry to make sure, try and seal it. It's a very strong grid. Remember, they already doubled their points table as far as the gap between M Sport and the ever never tiring Ahura Racing. So it's 37-41 and 19-1. Ahura Racing possibly upsurging. M Sport, this is going to be very big as we look at the time, as we look at the points table there again.
Yeah, really critical to see where, these drivers end up. And you heard from Diljit at the grid as well. He's saying, I just want to accumulate points. It's a very smart ploy. He's not looking to do anything spectacular or special. Just getting those points under his belt, critical for the team as well, Dark Dawn. They've got Tijul Rao and Bala Prasad, 1 and 2 in the championship. Chetan Surineni in third at the moment. So they know, in terms of the team championship, they have to get that point accumulation, and it's good to see that the team, or the drivers within the team, are working together in what is generally otherwise a very high individualistic sport.
Let's say congratulations to Diljit on a happily married life, and wishes from all of us. The news really went down very well, with a lot of congratulatory message coming to him. This time he's starting on P3, a very strong, I confirmed that, P2. I beg your pardon, he's starting on P2, so he's going to be challenging the Ahura Racing car. Now, interesting to note is he's a master of good starts, and it's pretty annoying to get past him all the time.
Yeah, that's what's going to be the challenge here, getting that perfect launch off the line. Amit Kuti in pole position. You've got Diljit behind him, Mehul Agarwal starting in P3, and Mehul saying, you know what, I went from P5 to P3 last time. I can certainly make my way across to P1 and get that win under my belt, as we start to see the last few cars come into their grid slots, as we said earlier, all the way back to the exit of the final corner, which is such a great sight here at the Madras International Circuit. hopefully a clean first couple of corners, but that's asking for a bit when you've got this stacked field of 24 as the 5 lights will start to illuminate here. And what a grid it is. 1, 2, 3 red lights, 4, 5, and away we go.
Agarwal is coming in on the inside. This is going to be interesting as they get it on. And now looking round, where exactly are they looking at now? Mehul Agarwal now coming in on the outside. This is a fight for the leader position as we come on to the 1 and 2 very quickly, up to turn number 3.
Into turn 3 they go, and at the moment it's been a great launch for Amit Kuti. Now under tremendous pressure though from Mehul Agarwal. Great start from him. He said he's got eyes only on the top prize, but battles all the way through as we've come to expect in the Formula LGB. Down below, Monit Kumaran as well in the mix, but the top 3, that's a battle to watch. You've got Amit Kuti followed by Mehul Agarwal and then Diljit behind them. 3 wide they went. It is still Amit Kuti in control though.
What a lap this one has been for Dhruv Goswami as well. He goes on the outside, there's traffic. Goes on the inside, traffic. Go on the inside, there's traffic. It's as good as your Khatipura junction, which is the heart of traffic and the Mount Road. But this is how the traffic is. But you got to find your way past.
And this is where he's going to try and find a way past Diljit. Mehul Agarwal closes the door, tries to go the long way around, but there's a gap therefore for Diljit to go down the inside and try and make a move. Mehul Agarwal in great position there, down through the sequence of corners, which I love watching, and then a little bit of breathing room, but battles all the way through this top 7.
Now, interesting to note is that silver grey cars of Dark Dawn is 2, 3, and 4, and 5. And can that be split up? I think one of the Ahura racing cars will try to look at that. Dhruv Goswami, where is he up to right now? Bala Prasad will also struggle a little bit, but then this is a challenge that we're looking at. He's trying to bunch them up so they don't get a clean line on the exit.
Yeah, the top 7 really nicely stacked, and this is the battle over that start-finish straight. Mehul Agarwal again looking for a way through on Amit Kuti. Nothing yet. You've got 2 Ahura racing cars inside the top 6. Chetan Surineni splitting that bunch of silver Dark Dawn racing cars. But at the moment, it is all red at the front with Amit Kuti.
Chetan Surineni has the fastest lap time, currently at number 6. Bala Prasad giving him company. So then he's trying to pull away as quickly as possible. Amit Kuti, in the meantime, has one task, is to hold the grey cars behind him. Chetan Surineni needs some help from another one of Monit Kumaran. So it's 1, 6, and 8 Ahura. And then we have a little bit of a splash of yellow from Dhruv Goswami in position number 9.
And that's the battle we're watching right here. Monit Kumaran, Dhruv Goswami behind him in that yellow Formula LGB car. And it is really nice in this category that we always get battles all the way through. It's not just the lead pack, it's not just the front runners, all the way through to the back. You've got so many little battles within the war, but at the moment the war being led by Amit Kuti ahead of Mehul Agarwal, who's still searching for that way through in the slipstream. Tries to go around the outside this time, looks in better contention, but yet again Amit Kuti just putting the car where it needs to be, holding his line and ensuring that there's no way through for Mehul Agarwal or Tijul Rao.
I think if I am trying to dictate terms here from Dark Dawn, I will actually let Tijul Rao attack Amit Kuti, because you know he can slide and brake and also accelerate at the same time. You need somebody like that skill to really take on the pressure from Amit Kuti.
And Tijul's already made the move past Diljit, so Tijul Rao is now in 3rd spot behind Mehul Agarwal. Mehul again looking for a way through. He might have the pace advantage, and this is now an opportunity. Down the main straight they come as they approach the start of this 4th lap, but down the inside for the first time he goes, Mehul. Yet again, not enough there. Tijul, meanwhile, going around the outside. Mehul says, off you go, let's see what you've got.
Tijul Rao comes on the inside. He should brake really late. He's going to be brake. Very, very brave on the brakes again. It's a swarm of Dark Dawn cars trying to attack the red car in the front. What a contest. We still don't know who's going to be on top of the podium. And it's just been about 3 laps of the race. We are into lap number 4. 6 more lap of blockbuster action.
It's been fantastic to watch so far. Amit Kuti, you've got to give him props here. He's defended for his life so far. You can see him holding on to the inside line, but behind him, all he can see is silver all the way through to that next red car of Chetan Surineni. They are coming for him. Tijul Rao now is the one in his mirrors firmly. Mehul behind him. Diljit now dropping to 4th in that lineup. But Tijul Rao will have a stab at Amit Kutty, and he's not had a great run so far when this battle comes alive.
I think if I'm able to read Amit Kutty's mind voice, the first word is possibly Chetan Surineni, where are you? I need my wingman. Remember, this has become a wingman sport as car number 12 drives on the inside. The move was coming. We said Tijul Rao is the man who can challenge Amit Kutty. He came and he overtook.
What a move that was. Got the double bluff done, and that is an outstanding bit of racing from Tijul Rao. It took him just half a lap after he got past Mehul Agarwal to say, you know what, I'll show you guys how it's done. You've been stuck behind him for 3 laps. Let me show you where the job can get completed, and that is a quality move from Tijul Rao. It is a clean move to get him into the lead of this race.
So when we saw this boy Tijul Rao taking under the night sky, the Chennai street circuit, he really performed towards the end as well. He got himself race win, but this is the contest that's coming in. 3 grey cars, where is the red? It's Dhruv Goswami right at the back. It's just a splatter of yellow. But then it's going to be car number 1 back into the lead now after a while.
Yeah, and that's a really bad bit of driving, unfortunately, from Amit Kutty. He went wide and he's been tagged. Would you believe it? The 2 Ahura boys have hit each other. Chetan Surineni and Amit Kutty. Amit Kutty down the inside has tagged Chetan Surineni, and the 2 Ahura boys have now let this one slip completely.
And Dhruv Goswami says thank you very much. Now this is going to be a long debrief today. This should not have happened, but I kind of felt that he was just trying to try a little too much there.
Yeah, I think that's just the frustration of Amit Kutty as well, because he went round the outside in the approach to the main straight, and when he did that, he had to take his foot off the gas, because otherwise he was heading off the circuit. This is where they've tagged each other as well. That's poor stuff from Amit Kutty.
There was no need to turn in so quickly there again when you know there's a car on the inside. They're completely outbraking themselves. This is not the way they would have really planned that out again, but it's possible. Their hands up in the air. For a moment I had a heart in the moment mouth.
Yeah, you've got the yellow flags going, and I wonder whether we'll have a safety car come out as well. There's one driver that's lost his nose cone as well from the Dark Dawn Racing boys, and I think that might be Balaprasad. But at the moment, in control of this race now is Tijul Rao. He can disregard the challenge that was coming his way from Ahura and Amit Kutty, who's dropped all the way down to 9th spot now for Ahura. So suddenly now it is a Dark Dawn 1, 2, 3 and 4 in this race of the Formula LGBs.
So then, with the 5th lap in commence right now, 5 more laps to go, it is the Dark Dawn which is dominating, and there is only, okay, let's have a look again, diving on the inside. Oh, car outbraking themselves, so many numbers. That's car number 45. Abhay Mohan, not the way he would have possibly, remember, he's got to push it from the Formula 4 car to come back and jump into the LGB4 car. 2 different cars, 2 different machines.
Yeah, normally you'll find it easier to jump into the LGBs with the power differential as well, but very different style of driving. At the moment though, it's a Dark Dawn 1, 2, 3, 4, and with a nose cone or not, it still doesn't seem to hamper this squad. They do have plenty of pressure though from Dhruv Goswami, who's launching attack. And at the moment, Balaprasad, without that nose cone, is saying, I'll still find a way to stay ahead of Dhruv Goswami. But what a battle this has been for the lead, for 2nd and 3rd. This is now a battle for the final podium spot between Mehul Agarwal and Balaprasad.
So then, with a little over 5 laps to go, this is how it works at the moment. Tijul Rao, number 1, Vishwas Vijay at number 2, Mehul at number 3, Balaprasad at number 4, Dhruv Goswami at number 5, Monat Kumaran at number 6, Abhinav Reddy at number 7, Neet Datta at number 8, Amit Kutty at 9, Saran Vikram Tamaz with a lot of work on his cars, back on the track on 10, Ashok Lal at 11, Arjun Sham Nair at 12, Yashat 13, Gokul Krishna at 14, Sparsh at 15, Abhay M now dropped down to 16, Aditya Rupo up 6 places at number 17. Such a long grade, Sohail.
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. And that's why we get battles all the way through to the back as well. And we're seeing another one here. This is for 3rd spot, as we said. Number 9, Mehul Agarwal. Number 10, Balaprasad. And behind them is Dhruv Goswami. But let's just take a look at that one there. Car number 23 going off. I think that's a bit of an issue for Priyanka Vijay, the only female driver in this lineup, and that is why we had the double yellow flags for our drivers as well. So Priyanka Vijay, unfortunately for her, that's the end of her race.
Let's watch the battle where Dhruv Goswami is really putting on the pressure on Bala Prasad and Mehul Agarwal again. It's one yellow car versus the four silver grey cars in the front. Dhruv Goswami has lost traction as he enters turn number 2 this time around. He's got a little bit of distance ahead of him. He really needs to catch up, maybe go a little bit late on the brakes. Fastest man on the track in the previous lap was Dhruv Goswami. Tijal Rao takes the fastest again. So they are exchanging fastest lap between them. So 6 laps done, 3 to go, and the countdown is on the timer.
There's only 2 men inside the 156s on the last lap, and that is our 2 leaders, Tijal Rao and Vishwas Vijayaraj. That's 2 seconds almost quicker than the men in 3rd and 4th, Mehul Agarwal and Bala Prasad. This battle that you're watching here, and it's a really good battle this. Mehul Agarwal is now actually in 4th. Bala Prasad has got into 3rd and in that final podium spot, but watch out for Dhruv Goswami, who's now sizing up Mehul Agarwal.
Dhruv Goswami should dive on the inside. Where is he? Yeri, there he goes again. He's not even thinking twice again. He wants a contest. He wants them to buckle under pressure. The fight for the 3rd, 4th and the 5th. That will be the real most important one. But here up front, Tijal Rao is feeling the pressure from Vishwas Vijayaraj.
And that's nice to see, Solo. I want to see a battle for the lead, and that's what we often want, right? I think Tijal Rao, he knows that he got the move done on Amit Kuti way back, and he thought, okay, this is my opportunity now to take control of this race. Vishwas Vijayaraj, I like the fact that he's saying, no, not quite yet, I'm coming for you. We might be teammates, but points up for grabs, championship points up for grabs, when you look at individual talent as well. And that's good to see that there's a proper fight, not just for the lead, but through the pack for 2nd and 3rd, for 3rd and 4th and 5th as well, as we're seeing behind them.
7 laps have just concluded. We have our race leader, Tijal Rao. Vishwas is hunting him down, but not close enough. But one man who's really putting in all the contest on the dark dawn is Dhruv Goswami. Just to talk about Dhruv, as we just mentioned his name, he's trying to brake as late as possible. But then the wingman tactics of Dark Dawn will keep him at bay for a moment.
The wingman and the man without that nose cone in the mix there, still somehow controlling this race. Bala Prasad in 3rd, and he's the one without that nose cone on the car. You've got Mehul Agarwal just behind him, who's looking to go all over him, and I think Mehul Agarwal now sizing up a move down the inside. Will he make it stick into the left-hander? No, not on that occasion. It is Bala Prasad that shuts the door, but this is a tremendous battle between Mehul, Bala Prasad and Dhruv Goswami.
Dhruv is trying to take advantage of the toe and then trying to break it at the same time again. He's trying to get a mistake into that tight right-handers again. 8 right-handers and 4 left-handers on this Madras International Circuit, 3.74 kilometers. And each of the track, each of the turn is being fought as if your life depends on it. Dhruv has to go really, really late on the brake, and the time to do is now.
I think Dhruv is sitting back saying, you know what, if you guys are going to take each other out, I'll watch it all unfold. And that's smart driving from Dhruv to some extent, waiting for an opportunity, because it looks like Bala Prasad and Mehul Agarwal are going to keep this battle going right to the very end. So Dhruv is just waiting for where the error could come and then make use of it, just as we saw from everyone else when Amit Kuti made the error.
Just to go back a little bit of history, you watched Dhruv Goswami race. He was in the rookie and then went into the LGB F4. It happened in the Hyderabad street circuit. He came into his own. There was a little bit of an upskill for him, and today you see the performance that he's able to bring in. It's the street circuit that really brought out the racer out of him, and today he's not afraid to really pedal to the metal and put it out there. What is he going to do? Come on the outside? Oh, he's got no space there. He possibly just has to follow it through.
Great defensive driving from Bala Prasad so far for Dark Dawn. He's kept the pressure at bay. Mehul Agarwal behind him, still looking for a way through. There's the error. There's the error, as we thought. Dhruv Goswami played the smart card. I've watched a lot of racing, Solo. I think there's a little bit of predictability that comes into play, and you always knew that someone was going to make an error. Bala Prasad or Mehul Agarwal. Dhruv Goswami playing the smart card, saying, I'll wait for it to unfold and then take it with both hands. And that's what's happened here. Dhruv Goswami now moves into 4th.
Let's have a look at the replay again. Oh, lock up, spun on his own. He just didn't have space. Dhruv Goswami says, He very, very good evasive maneuver there from him. He really had to just quickly just make sure that he's able to come on the outside, just in the nick of time.
You saw the brake light going off on Dhruv Goswami's car, and he knew exactly what was unfolding. He saw it happen, he saw Mehul lose the rear, and he says, okay, I'll hang on now, let me just brake, wait for it, and very good evasive action from Dhruv Goswami, who now moves into fourth. Mehul Agarwal recovering and staying in fifth ahead of Monit Kumaran and Amit Kutti.
What a skill by Dhruv Goswami, jamming on the brakes and trying to maneuver the car that there is no contact. And he somehow was able to bring it to his left, just to make sure the car stays on the exterior and find the way around. Now, Mehul Agarwal is now wondering what else he could have done. In the meantime, let's put it out to Dhruv Goswami as he continues the wonderful attack on Bala Prasad.
And Dhruv Goswami has actually looked the quicker of the drivers at times, and you can see it here as well. He's again caught Bala Prasad quite quickly over the course of that lap. After having taken fourth spot, he's now sizing up a podium position as well. So Mehul Agarwal, having dropped back into fifth, has now opened the door for Dhruv Goswami to launch a proper attack. And there you go, on that previous lap, about 0.2 of a second quicker than Bala Prasad.
The race is still not over. This race has turned over the heads. We saw the Ahura racing initially, but then the Dark Dawn took over. And then it was a rise of this young talent from M Sport, Dhruv Goswami, adding the pressure on Bala Prasad. Let's not forget, Bala Prasad is a race winner here as well at the Madras International Circuit. This is turning over the heads and turning it hard on.
Yeah, it is proper here. Dhruv Goswami, great exit out of that sequence, and that's why he's forced to look around the outside. Bala Prasad knew that he had the pace advantage on the exit and had to park his car to defend and defend and defend. But Dhruv Goswami looks high and mighty quicker than Bala Prasad at the moment. It's just about where he can make the move stick. It's going to have to be a gutsy maneuver to try and get past Bala Prasad, who held Mehul Agarwal at bay for so many laps already.
He possibly needs to find a little bit of inspiration, Dhruv Goswami, from his mentor, one Mr. mildly famous, Rahul Rangasamy. That you can see a little bit more coming on there. Can he do it this time around? Gives him a bluff, but the bluff has not come off. Well defended by Bala Prasad. He knows he's going to come for him, and the battle still continues.
A good battle it is. What a battle it is for the final spot on the podium. Meanwhile, at the front, Tijul Rao and Vishwas Vijayaraj still 1 and 2. And they're lapping in the 1 minute 57s. These boys in the 1 minute 58s, but it's just defensive driving at its very best through the entire race from Bala Prasad. First with Mehul Agarwal behind him, now with Dhruv Goswami. He has not relented under pressure so far.
I thought he was going to come on the aggressive line, but decides it's to be sensible here. But this time around, he needs to come and attack now. This is the last lap. He's done it over the penultimate lap. Hung on, he's need to hang on for one more lap again. Dhruv Goswami drives on the inside, then comes on the outside. I thought he should have stuck on the inside, but he possibly has a strategy that's coming for him in turn number 4 and 5, almost side by side. He's got to be really brave and late on the brakes. No, he's not, as he much would have liked it to.
Yeah, again, 0.2 of a second quicker on that previous lap, and you can see the pace advantage. It's visible with Dhruv Goswami much quicker at this stage of the race than Bala Prasad. Having said that though, catching is one thing, as the great Murray Walker said, passing is quite another. There isn't a way through so far with Bala Prasad driving with his eyes in his mirrors. Again, parks that car centrally, and there's no way around.
Did you see Bala Prasad? He was looking on his left, looking on his right. Where are you? Where are you? Where is that yellow car? And he's defended with his heart and life, as it life depends on it. In the meantime, Titledra right in front has clocked in the fastest time, 1:56.694 in the previous lap. This man is on fire, but the real contest is right here, the third and the fourth. But here is the man, Tijul Rao. When at the age of 3, he had multiple operations. A man who has got a club foot. Today, he's gone against the Autopia national champion. Dhruv Goswami is possibly looking up to him. Can anything else happen here again? The drama is about to unfold.
I love the fact that we've got a final lap battle, and that's what we always want to see in this category, and that's what we often get in this category. It is still Bala Prasad with less than half a lap to go that is controlling third. At the front, still Tijul Rao and Vishwas Vijayaraj. But he has hung on for dear life. This man, though, will come across the line to be crowned our race winner yet again Tijal Rao and Dark Dawn Racing. What a race for him.
It's 1 and 2 Dark Dawn, but can it be 1 and 2 and 3 Dark Dawn? We've got to see it on the race line. Here they come. Dhruv is close, but not close enough. Bala Prasad has hung on. And what is the gap between Bala Prasad? Maybe half a feet. Maybe half a feet or even lesser than that. That's how close are the margins. This is the most profusely fought, the LGB Formula 4. You can't get bored with this.
Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Dhruv Goswami, 0.073. 7,000ths of a second behind Bala Prasad at the line. And that's how tight it was. But in the end, a 1-2-3 podium lockout for Dark Dawn Racing, courtesy of Tijal Rao, Vishwas Vijayaraj and Bala Prasad, who drove a tremendous race without that nose cone, still kept Mehul Agarwal at bay and then kept Dhruv Goswami at bay. It is Mehul Agarwal that finishes in 5th. Monit Kumar and Amit Kutty in an Ahura 6 and 7, which could have been very different given that it resulted in a DNF for another Ahura racing car of Chetan Surineni. But overall, 1, 2 and 3 for the Dark Dawn boys.
Bala Prasad versus Dhruv Goswami, the gap was 73 thousandths of a second at the finish line. And that's how close it was. Margins don't exist here. It's thin margins that you can't even measure. 73 thousandths of a second. Can we have a look at that, please? You know, I'm literally pleading to have a look. Let's have a look again. So here is Bala Prasad trying to defend. He decides he comes, goal comes. Dhruv says, I'll try and take the outside. And from the naked eye, it looks like the both of them came together.
Yeah, this is the angle to watch though. You'll see Bala Prasad holding on to that central line. He was ahead and all he needed to do was make sure he had a good exit out of that final corner. He had enough of an exit, and you've got to feel for Dhruv Goswami, who knew he had the pace advantage. We knew he had the pace advantage, but couldn't quite make it count at the very end. Bala Prasad, brilliant defensive skills.
Sohail, that is what a 73 thousandths of a second looks like. Both of them together, there was no space even to put a shoe there.
Less than a blink of an eye, really. It is outstanding to watch racing of this caliber. And this category always gives us such close fights. And it's why we all love watching the Formula LGBs on track.
You should see Tijal Rao's father every time when he takes a race when there's a little bit of a humble dance he puts in again. But Tijal Rao is in his zone. This guy is really putting in all that heart's out. He knows he's put in the talent again. And look at him. Not much of a celebration because he's already in that zone. But come on, Tijal. Get out of that car and make that celebration to remember I am Tijal Rao, the race winner.
A great win for him, and obviously celebrations for Dark Dawn Racing and Afsar as well, because it is a 1-2-3 podium flush out, and what a way to do it. And obviously I think the biggest hug going to Bala Prasad, just given the way he defended through that race, first with Mehul, then with Dhruv Goswami, and I like that, the appreciation from the team boss going to the right man, that is Bala Prasad.
That was a beer hug from Afsar again. So Afsar, for your records, the man who's the team principal, this is now 1-2-3 at the Madras International Circuit, the Dark Dawn, what they call wash. 1-2-3 Dark Dawn, it's been completely a splendid drive for them.
It is a great drive from all three, Ben, and you got a feel for Mehul Agarwal, but we knew something was going to give. That battle between Mehul and Bala Prasad, and in the end, Mehul Agarwal spinning on his own. It allowed Dhruv Goswami then to launch an attack. But what a race we've had in the Formula LGBs. Tijal Rao confirmed as your race winner. Vishwas Vijayaraj, Bala Prasad, meaning a Dark Dawn 1-2-3, followed by Dhruv Goswami, Mehul Agarwal, Monit Kumaran and Amit Kutty. 6th and 7th for Ahura Racing. And then the Avalanche boys coming in with Neev Datta closing out the top 10 behind Ashok Lal and Abhinav Reddy.
As we sit in the commentary box, our former champion walks by, one Mr. Gaurav Dalal. He was almost blinking. I mean, unfortunately today, we are used to seeing him in a racing suit, but he's in a proper suit today. Ladies and gentlemen, how do we look at it? Tijal Rao, the race winner, Vishwas Vijayaraj, number 2, Bala Prasad, number 3, Dhruv Goswami, number 4. And let's hear from Shruti.
And here he is, Tijil emerging as a race winner, still gunning for that championship leader. And here you are winning this race. You were second yesterday, and here is your fabulous win. What do you have to say about it? How have you come up this point table?
I think the race went really well today. I mean, it was a tricky start with a lot of people to overtake, but I think everything worked in our favor and everything went according to plan. I'm very glad to see Dark Dawn Motorsport to be locking out the podium today. We've been waiting for this day, and I think it's been a long time coming, and I'm very glad that everyone's made it here. Big thank you to Dark Dawn Motorsport for providing all three of us the car. I'm so glad to be sharing the podium with my teammates. Yeah, I think yesterday we had a decent day, but yeah, today is even better.
Thank you very much, and congratulations on that fabulous win. And the second position, Vishwas, I see you once again today. What do you have to say about yet another podium this weekend? You've come up several positions already.
Yeah, so starting from P6 it wasn't an easy thing because we had all our drivers in the front, and we did have a good launch, and Amit was doing a pretty decent job in the couple of laps where he held all the drivers, all our drivers. So I was just keeping my mind calm and waiting for the moment. So the moment the gap opened, I just went for it, and then went short from like P5 to P2. And thereon, me and Tijil, we kept putting on, qualifying laps, and the ultimate goal was to, getting all the Dark Dawn cars on all the podium steps, and it's a great achievement by the team. It shows how hard we worked, and huge thanks to my team, Dark Dawn Racing. They did a pretty amazing job, and this weekend has been really strong for us. And also huge congrats to my best friend Tijil and even my Anna Bala. They did a pretty amazing job, finishing 1 and 3. And I'm really happy about the result, but there's a lot to learn, a lot to do. So I'm gonna learn and come back stronger than ever for the next round as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and congratulations. And here he is, Bala, once again from Dark Dawn. Bala, you've given us an amazing battle between Dhruv, between Mehul, and let's talk about that nose of the car, which was missing. It was also very interesting, yet funny for us to watch. And how have you still secured this spot?
Yeah, so the rate was very difficult right now. The competition was very tough, starting from the back end. So in start, it was a messy start for me once again. 2 cars overtook me. After that, I made a couple of moves and a very good fight with Mehul and Dhruv. So, yeah, made it third.
Congratulations once again on that win.
So then, this is how it really rolled down as we look at the start again, where we all had the Ahura literally dominating and into turn number 1. But then it was a silver grey cars which they came into on car number 5, Amit Kuti. What a start he had had. And this was a moment where silver grey cars of Dark Dawn started dominating.
Yeah, until that point, Amit Kuti was controlling the race, and then frustration crept in. He collided with his teammate Chetan Surineni, and suddenly that meant the end of the race for Chetan. It also meant destruction really for the Ahura boys. But the launch of Dhruv Goswami was one to watch later, because this battle was bound to give us one moment that was going to cost one of the drivers, Bala Prasad and Mehul Agarwal. This was the moment where Mehul Agarwal lost the rear, and Dhruv Goswami then found his way around him.
There was possibly a little bit of contact between Dark Dawn, but we'll possibly look around. And eventually the checkered flag was waved to Tijil. But this was a fight that we talked about. 73 thousandths of a second. Here is Tijil celebrating the win. Congratulations, Dark Dawn. At the Indian Racing Festival 2024, we have had the IRL, the Formula 4 Indian, and the JK Tyre LGB, JK Tyre FMS National Racing Champ 2024, the LGB, all powered by JK Tyre.
A brilliant race from Tijil, from Vishwas, but in particular, my driver of the race has to be Bala Prasad. A wonderful job from him to just defend and defend and defend. There he is as he comes up. He looks visibly tired, and understandably as well, given how much he's had to defend through that race.
It is almost like shake of the head saying, how much more work do I need to do in order to fight it out? So here it goes. Tijil comes on, say Vishwas Vichiraj are already up on the podium. Tijil right on top again, and deserves that wonderful victory that he's in. He's in his zone, so he's really in his zone.
He absolutely is, and Tijil Rao, a very, very humble, well-spoken young man, and he always backs the team. He always speaks about his teammates and the role that they play as well. But really nice to see. race winners up on that podium. It's a really good clean-up act from the Dark Dawn Racing team. What a lineup they've managed to put together, and each of them working with each other to ensure that the team continues to rack up the points.
Now they'll go back and finally look at the calculations. So Tijal Rao with this race win, as Hari Singh hands over the winner trophy to Tijal Rao. He extend his hold on the championship table and clearly sounds that he is the favorite to really take it on all the way through again. 27 years of the JK Tyre FM International Racing Championship 2024. It is time for Afsar, the team principal, to come on stage and just soak it in. Why not celebrate with the boys? And he rises up to the top of the podium to receive his trophy. Moments, special moments from the Madras International Circuit.
Yeah, and moments to savor for Dark Dawn Racing. 1, 2, 3, a podium cleanup act. And it is a wonderful, wonderful moment for that squad who continues to go from strength to strength as well. So there you go. That's your podium of the Formula LGB, and we'll be back for a whole lot more on the other side.